What's the first step to graph y equals negative 2x plus 1? Oh, do what? Close. We are going to graph on y. On the y-axis is right, but we're not going to use negative 2. Why would we use the 1? It's the y-intercept. So remember, the y-axis goes up and down, and since the y-intercept is 1, we're going to go up 1. So the first step is to graph the y-intercept. And remember, the y-intercept is on the y-axis. That's why it's called the y-intercept. So our y-intercept is plus 1. So we just go up 1. Now, we're going to be practicing doing this by hand as well as doing this on the computer when we do IXL. So just be mindful that we are going to practice both. So being sure that we can do this by hand and doing it on the computer will be helpful. Our state test, I'm assuming, will still happen, and I'm assuming it will still be on the computer. I don't know. Oh, hey Cody.
Hello.
Go ahead and mute your mic, okay, bud? Where do we go from here? No, we're not going to go to the x yet. We got to do something with that slope.
So when you go down, negative 2.
There we go. We're on.
Put this negative.
You're on the right track. So step 2, from the y-intercept. And it is very important that you start at the y-intercept. So you plot the y-intercept first. From that point, then you plot the slope. You don't go to the origin and plot it. You start at the point. So from the y-intercept, plot slope. So what is our slope number in this problem? Negative 2 is slope. So right here where we got a negative 2, that is our slope. Now, when we graph slope, this is going to be very, very beneficial to you to help you remember what slope actually means. Slope is the change in y over the change in x. Change in y over change in x. What that does is it gives you a direction. It tells you where to go. So what I would recommend is always writing the triangle y over triangle x. The triangle is delta, and it just means change or difference. How much I am moving. So what is underneath that negative 2? A 1. Okay, we want to make sure that we put a 1 here, because even though it's just a negative 2, we have to go some kind of direction on the x-axis. We've got to move somehow in the x direction. So all numbers that are whole numbers are always over 1. And I think some of us are putting those numbers over 1 to make it a little easier to follow. Let's write down in words what this means. So if I'm going negative 2 in the y direction, what does that mean in words? Negative 2 on the y. Where am I going? Down 2. So I'm going to go down 2. And what does a positive 1 in the x direction mean? Where's positive? That's to the right. So I'm going to go right how many? Right 1. I will tell you now that if you take the time to write that, or to put a little reminder to yourself of what direction you're going, you will graph it the right way. It just takes time. So what that means is from the y-intercept, we're going to count down 2. So 1, 2, and right 1. Down 2, right 1. So basically, this is our slope, and we're going to count down and to the right. Down 2, right 1. Taking the time to write the direction is going to help you make less mistakes, which is what we all want. Now what do? I just got 2 points. What should I do next? Okay, I could continue if I really wanted to. So if you want to, you can keep going down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. All you ever need, though, is 2 points. 2 points will always make a line. So how do I make a line using those 2 points? I'm going to use my pencil. All right, I'm just going to draw it. I'm good. So I'm going to freehand it. If you want to be more exact, you are more than welcome to continue to count slope. It's not a bad thing. It is up to you. But 2 is the minimum. Would you all like rulers? I can sanitize them, so that's fine. I'll get you some. So step 3, connect the dots. That's it. That's all you have to do. So what can I clarify on these steps? Is there anything that I have written down or something that you see that you're like, I don't understand why I did something in particular? You don't like it? Man, you're going to love the rest of today's lesson. All right, let's try the next one. Graph 2x plus 4y equals 8. Graph 2x plus 4y equals 8. What do I have to do here? I got to solve it. Why do I need to solve it? It's out of order. Good job. It's not in y equals mx plus b form. So the first thing, yeah, I've got to get 2x on each side. So the first thing is to solve for y. So let's go ahead and do that right here. We've got 2x plus 4y equals 8.